and I was on the train to the airport, right? And I got a phone call from my manager, and my manager said, "Ragus,
Come to the office.
we have a problem." I said, "What is the problem?" "Someone is doing a complaint about you." I said, "Excuse me, what?"
Yeah,
So
they overheard.
that woman that stood away from us 5 meters away, who I
Yeah,
never had any conversation with unless hello, this walk by greeting,
yeah,
who I never had a conversation with, whose name I didn't even know, who hardly I ever saw in the office. She did an official complaint about me at HR because I was using the word fighting lesbian, and she also felt offended that I was calling her a colleague that she also never had a conversation with in Meathead.
yeah,
So I went to Barcelona because I had to train new staff, and
yeah.
but you can imagine how it looked like inside me during this couple of days where you have to keep the smiling face, but you know exactly
It's bubbling. It's
something,
bubbling in you. Yeah,
something in the back in the office is not going well. So
yeah.
went home back home to Munich on Sunday, Monday morning. First thing I had to appear in the office, and there was some kind of a trial. Can you believe it? Right? There was
Yeah.
her manager. My manager was via video conference. My director was via video conference from Madrid,
They brought
and
on the big boys for
it
you.
was like my personal inquisition. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
my gosh.
the most important thing is that particular person who did this thing against me. She was not there. She
No
took a week
way.
vacation because she was scared meeting me. And I was like, what?
She has no
And I
problem
really,
ratting you out. She has no problem ratting you out, but is afraid to
no,
see you in
let me
person.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. In a tech company from the US, usually that means as a man, you're fired, right? So they
Yeah,
give you a little package and you just go. Just don't.
yeah.
No, I said, but I was like, not under my watch, bro. This is Germany. So we have rights and laws here. So I was really freaking out. I was not using any curse words, thank God, because that would have
But clearly
definitely.
you're upset about it.
I was really upset about it because
Yeah.
if I have a private conversation with someone, that woman took notes. Can you imagine?
Oh
Date,
my gosh.
time. And I was like,
Gina, do you hear this?
and I mean, on a serious note, I mean, I know I have a sense of humor and all that stuff, all good, but I'm always like that. The guy, the way that you guys meet me,
Yeah,
that is who I am, period.
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, I do my jokes and all that stuff, and obviously in the company, I would never do any jokes like that at all because
Yeah, of
company is
course
not
not.
YouTube, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, are you really serious? Is that, and I said to her manager, who used to be a good friend of me until that day, I said, bro, and you didn't have the balls to give me a call like, hey, let's solve the
I know.
situation.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
No, you went to my director? I mean, are you fucking serious?
Yep. Yep.
And
100%.
and then I said, if there's one person pro equal opportunity, it's me. Always been.
Yeah.
And what you call about the fighting lesbian, you know what? Let me take my phone real quick. Let me give her a call. And she will tell you who she, and then, no, 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 you cannot do that. You cannot do that. This is an internal thing. I said, oh yeah,
It's
this will be
part
an
about the
internal thing
frustration.
until I call my freaking lawyer.
Yeah.
And then they got scared. Why do you want to call a lawyer? I said, because I'm getting, how do you call it?
Scrutinized. You're getting
I'm getting
scrutinized.
accused of things that is none of that person's business because I had a freaking private conversation with a colleague.
Yeah. That had no problem with the conversation.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and it was da 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 da. Yeah, case dismissed, obviously, and then I made them that she had to apologize to me in writing and in front of the same tribunal that was sitting at that time. So a week later, surprise, surprise, she was not told about anything because obviously she was on vacation. Monday morning, the week after, 9:30, same constellation in the office.
Yeah.
Just so she thought. So I was asked to come in there at 9:40. So
Olga, welcome in. The source, welcome in. Helen, welcome in.
she would be told that I get fired or something, and all that stuff.
So you've never
So
come across it. You've never had any dealings with her before this.
never,
Nothing at all.
never,
That is
never. As if
crazy.
listen, as if you and I were co-workers, but we work in different departments, but we are
Yeah.
polite and we greet each other by walking by.
That's
So
crazy.
so and I had never any conversation with that person whatsoever. Imagine. And they would have fired me because of that. I mean, I would have gone to trial right away, but
Yeah.